Boy, if I had as much control over the Yu-Gi-Oh market as y'all say I did, then there would be no such thing as an expensive card, and I'd have ulti Nibirus and ulti Harpy Queens like right now. Give me your ultimate Nibirus and give me your ultimate Harpy Queens. What's going on with you guys? TheCaliEffect, king of games here, and today we're going to be going over the TheCaliEffect controls the market again, but this time it's going to be the inverse of what players say that I do in the negative way and in a positive way, even though it doesn't really work out that way. Now, I will admit, I am a person that has made a ton of money off of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, and I've also helped people make a ton of money as well. Where was I going with this? Something about making you guys more money. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys addition by subtraction. These are the cards that you should sell before they plummet in price. No, but seriously, where was I going with that? I don't remember. God, I got bad memories sometimes. Now, just as a disclaimer, I'm no psychic, I'm no magician. I don't have someone that works for Konami feeding me intel so I can give the information to you. I'm just an avid Yu-Gi-Oh player that just so happens to hit more than he misses. And shawty, I'ma hit it like a nigga can't miss. And while it is all speculation, in this video, I'm gonna be telling you about some cards that I feel just are not worth the buy. You do whatever you want with the information. Some people might say that these are not good ideas, but let me tell you how I sleep with you guys' dissenting opinions. Ooh, wait. Ulti Nibirus and Harpy Queens. Ooh, I can't wait. So, of course, if you want to learn from the guru with locks on this here market watch, then be sure to destroy that subscribe button, but also be sure to hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Okay, I can't hold that forever. That hurts. So without further ado, let's jump on in so we can talk about these cards that you probably should be selling. Okay guys, so the first card I want to talk to you guys about is a card from one of my favorite decks in Animador and Archosaur. Now, Animador and Archosaur is one of our baby dinos that has had quite some time to mature. I remember when Animador and Archosaur first made its debut from the Eternity Code set and was a $50 Yu-Gi-Oh card and then slid all the way to that nice low price of $20 a pop. Oh yes, dinos were cheap back then. Now, a thing I like to say about good cheap cards is that they kind of don't exist and don't last for long. Animador and Archosaur has soared to a $70 price tag where it's pretty much stayed at for a good portion of the year. Animador is one of the most important pieces for dinos, so important that if you don't have Animador and Archosaurs, players will tend to shy away from the strategy. So why should you sell this card so important for the dino strategy before it plummets in price? Well, the first reason is something that I talk about on every single one of these sell these cards videos. It's the peak pricing potential. The PPPs that you only get the shake once, after that you just playing with it. Peak pricing potential is something that yours truly came up with that defines a card's peak potential in price and states that once a card reaches this price, I mean, it's the peak, it ain't getting no higher. Animador has not only reached its peak price potential, it's also a card that is due to be reprinted inside of the 2021 Megatins. Unless you are just a dino lover like yours truly, it's definitely a card that you should be looking to dump because a reprint will be announced for this card in particular fairly soon. Now, this card on this list has also hit its peak pricing potential. You won't guess how many cards have actually done that, and isn't due for a reprint, but is a card that you should seriously consider selling, even though the factor of a reprint doesn't exist right now. Dragoonity Barca is no stranger to skyrocketing in price, and currently it's soared because of the Ghost from the Past set, introducing new Dragoonity cards and no reprint inside of that set. Like seriously, if you're gonna give us Dragoonity support, why not reprint Dragoonity cards inside of a set that you're trying to push on to players as Dragoonity? The structure deck would have reprinted this, but I guess we can't have nice things, right? Now, Dragoonity Knight Barca is pivotal for the Dragoonity strategy. It allows you to equip 3 Dragoonity monsters from your graveyard to it. That means 3 free more special summons, which means more Link monsters and more Synchro monsters, and as Bill Cosby would say, more da-ba-da-ba-da, or however he says it. I don't remember. I fell asleep. Wait. Oh God. Currently, secret rare copies of Dragoonity Barca are $40 each. That is a lot for a dual terminal secret rare card. Like, nobody don't even want those when they came out. The reason why I'm telling you guys to quickly sell the secret rare copies, even if you are a Dragoonity player, is because the dual terminal copies are only like $47. Like, big brain, spend $21 more, get nicer looking cards. Now, if you guys aren't playing Dragoonity, I strongly suggest that you get rid of the dual terminals too. This is what we like to call peak pricing potential, and while there's no announced reprint of Dragoonity Knight Barca, seeing that we've had Dragoonities reprinted inside of Ghosts from the Past, I can think of a certain set that's coming up that comes around every summer that reprints an archetype. I think it starts Battles of Legends and then they throw something really corny at the end. What's next? Battles of Legends Dragon's Revenge? Battles of Legends Winged Revenge? Battles of Legends Tulker's Revenge? Battles of Legends Dark Rage Revenge? Seriously, Konami comes up with some pretty corny names. Barca feels like one of those cards that should be a given reprint inside of that set. Flip your Barcas, guys, even though there's no known reprint. If you don't play Dragoonities, there's no reason of having this card. Now, some players have completely forgotten about the 2021 Mega 10s. That's perfectly fine. Let me just refresh you. You remember the 2020 Mega 10s with Dark Magician and Blue Eye support? That's pretty much what we're getting, so you haven't missed much. It's kind of a joke that we're getting Dark Magician and Blue Eye support again. Should probably be a meme, but let's focus on the things that are going to be reprinted in it. People already know that cards from the last year's sets will be reprinted, but what if I told you things that people probably have not realized is that Secret Slayers is up and coming to be reprinted. From the past two Mega 10s, Konami has reprinted Dark Saviors and Infinity Chasers. The next core outwardly 3 trifecta booster set to be reprinted is Secret Slayers. Secret Slayers has a bundle of cards that have actually went up in price, but the card that I'm going to be focusing on this particular time is Cursed Outland, mainly because this card is gold. Now, Cursed Outland shot up in price for the Outlet strategy due to it not only being a very good Yu-Gi-Oh card, but also Outlet the Golden Lord receiving a reprint inside of the gold rare set. Now, when I was younger, one thing I was never good at was putting the shapes inside of the little ball thing, but following patterns, I feel that I'm pretty decent at, especially when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, and Dark Magician being inside of a Mega 10 or us getting a support about it every year. I strongly feel that Secret Slayers will be reprinted inside of this upcoming Mega 10, and if it does, you can bet your ass that Cursed Outland will be the card that will be inside of the 10. Also, yay, no promos. Are we supposed to be happy about that? Now, moving away from the non-confirmed 10 talk and talking more about the 10 talk but confirmed 10 talk, a card that I really think that you should sell is Ice Dragon's Prison. Ice Dragon's Prison is probably one of the most powerful trap cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, allowing you to special summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard and then banish the card with the same type. Like, you play a deck, they probably got the same type. Let me banish both of them. I actually love Ice Dragon's Prison in this video because I told you guys to buy Ice Dragon's Prison before it skyrocketed in price, and then I also said that I was going to make it $40. And while the former is true, the latter is not true. I didn't make Ice Dragon's Prison skyrocket in price, but it's a card that just so happened to be $40. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Just a little bit. We got our mistakes and we know enough, but just a little bit. Just believe in Cali just this much. Now, I'm not telling you guys to sell your Ice Dragon's Prisons if you are using them. I'm actually telling you to flip your Ice Dragon's Prisons if you aren't using them, and not necessarily because the Mega 10 reprints. Ice Dragon's Prison can actually get skipped over the Mega 10s, and I feel that it's a card that won't hold its value. I personally feel that $40 is just incredibly high for this trap card, and this is a case of supply and demand, and on top of that, Ice Dragon's Prison being one of the better cards and not being rotated out of a format yet. I don't think that Ice Dragon's Prison will be rotated out of this format at this very second, but soon. This card will start to see less play because it will become less useful, and that will be the undoing of $40 Ice Dragon's Prisons. Think, guys, big brain, it's only natural. Staple Yu-Gi-Oh cards go out of rotation and in rotation all the time. People just seem to ignore it. Ice Dragon's Prison is definitely one of those cards that you flip when it's high and then wait till it gets lower and then pick them up. It's a card that I feel will be making players money by selling and rebuying for years to come. And the last card I want to talk to you guys about is a part of my conspiracy theory. What if they don't give us Secret Slayers? What if they put Mystic Fighters? I'm not gonna lie, Mystic Fighters actually does seem like the more probable one. It just doesn't make sense because Secret Slayers is just a better set when it comes for needed reprints, while Mystic Fighters does have expensive cards in it. And I ain't really needed that much, especially since it's been reprinted in Maximum Gold, or at least some of the expensive cards. But just so I don't set you guys' expectations really high and say that this is a great Mega 10, I'm going to include one card from Mystic Fighters. A card that I really feel you should sell anyways is Dragon Maid Hospitality. Now, Dragon Maid Hospitality is a really good card. Dragon Link players don't play it, but Dragon Maids are actually really good. I know, right? We're in 2021 and Dragon Maids are actually a lot better than when they made their debut. The sad part about this is that Dragon Maids have become incredibly expensive due to Chamber Dragon Maid being as expensive as who know what, and Dragon Maid Hospitality following right behind it in the expense category. It's called a waifu tax. There's a tax to have wives, guys. I mean, unless you too strong and subscribe to the channel, you know you ain't got that problem. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't have that problem. The reason why this card is extremely expensive is because it was a short print inside of a Mystic Fighters box set that not a lot of people wanted to buy, and now it's extremely hard to get. Dragon Maid Hospitalities are hospitably at $34. I shouldn't even say hospitably, it's kind of hostile. That's a hostile ass price. I personally feel the fact that you need 3 of those and 3 chamber is the reason why we don't see too many Dragon Maid players, but hopefully with a reprint of Dragon Maid Hospitality, that can happen very soon. Now, the reason why I feel that you should flip Hospitalities is because while there isn't any Dragon Maid players, this card's still expensive. There's not going to be enough Dragon Maid players to make this card go up even higher. Is it at its peak price potential? No, technically not. But again, there's not enough Dragon Maid players right now for it to even get that high. This just feels like one of those times where it's high risk, low reward. I just feel you should flip the Hospitalities. It could get reprinted on top of that. Well, that is all that I have for cards that you should sell before they plummet in price. Of course, I want you guys to post down below in the comment section what are some other cards that you feel will plummet, as well as if you have those Ulti Nibirus and Harpy Queens, get at your boy. Also, be sure to check out these videos as I'll catch you on the next one.